My name's Garrett Backer, and this is my submission to become the Inventern on Tested.com. I'm a 28-year-old maker from Phoenix, Arizona, and when I'm not at my day job, my wife Jackie and I run a small company called No One's Designs. We mainly do props and costumes, but I've also made resin figures, done electroluminescent work, and helped build sets for local web series. When I sat down and tried to think of a project to showcase my skills, I couldn't come up with one that covered all of them. So I decided to show a few of my past works that are a good sample of my skill and mindset. When we first started costuming, I really wanted to make some professional-looking buckles and emblems. I had seen some very clean CNC'd pieces online, but I didn't think I had access to tools like that. At the time, I was working for my father-in-law at his frame shop, and one day while I was using the mat cutter, it dawned on me, this is a CNC machine. So I started staying late and coming in on the weekends to teach myself the design program that came with the machine. My first couple of pieces were made completely from mat board. Then I started adding extra material and molding them to make resin copies. This year we had a last-minute commission for Anime Expo. The character was Chaser John Doe, a masked cat demon. As Jackie tackled the suit and the cloak, I needed to figure out how I was going to make his mask and ears. I ended up cobbling together a Harbor Freight face shield and an old baseball helmet as the main structure. I had to reshape the sides of the face shield, and I decided to cut the mouth and the eyes out and back them with Suntex window screen. I prefer to use this over plastic because it doesn't fog and allows for more airflow into the mask. It also photographs a nice flat black. Next I made the ears out of foam core, which I coated and filled with resin. I needed a way to attach them to the helmet while having the hood in between. At an Ace Hardware, I found small metal rods and tubes. I got a set that fit together snugly, and after some cutting, drilling, and epoxying, I had a system to attach the ears and keep the hood in place. Crick is the antagonist from the webcomic Hinges. Our friend Meredith is the creator, and when she started talking about doing a Kickstarter to print her first book, I knew I could help. Crick is a two-ish dimensional character in a 3D world, and when I looked at him, I was instantly reminded of those woodcut dinosaur kits. Armed with some 1/8" plywood and a coping saw, I cut out all of Crick's individual pieces, added some washers for his joints, and molded him. Unfortunately, the first one that I put together lacked expression. I went back and etched some more facial details and remolded those pieces. I also removed the body from the mold before the resin had set completely and put a bend in his torso and tail. Those finishing touches were exactly what he needed. My dad and I bought the plans and the heating elements for a vacuformer a while back, but for a variety of reasons we've yet to build it. I really wanted to get going on my projects though, so after reading over the plans and searching online for designs, I cobbled one together from scrap around my shop, baking pans, and an electric griddle. It's an odd size, and it uses a shop vac instead of a vacuum pump, but it gets the job done. Once my Frankenformer was finished, I wanted to make some armor, but I couldn't decide on a design. So instead of creating costume-specific bucks, I made a generic male and 2 generic female breastplates with a standardized backplate and shoulder bells. My Monarch armor was built out of this. We've done some commissions with it, as well as Jackie's Baronessa armor. Our current project, though, is to use a vacuum-formed undershell to give cloth masks the shape they need to look as nice as sculpted pieces. I want to learn. Now, obviously the money's nice, but you can't put a price on the experience. My only formal education is woodshop in the 8th grade and theater tech in high school. So the opportunity to work with Adam and Will and Norm is worth its weight in gold. I mean, even if the secret project is just cleaning the man cave, I'm sure I'll come home with a wealth of new organizational experience. Anyways, that's why I want to become the Inventern.